Hello, good morning students. Today we are going to see the topic on thread control and priorities from the course Object-Oriented Programming Language using Java. So let us have a recap with the previous class content what we have discussed. Let me ask you the question, how do you prioritize the daily task like chatting, coding and listening to music? You are carrying out all these tasks in every day-to-day life, like how you are prioritizing. So that is one of the questions you have to respond me. And another one, the thread scheduling and CPU multitasking. So I gave you the examples how the CPU it is scheduling the various tasks when you are trying to execute in a PC, and every program is a set of programmable threads. So how the threads have been scheduled in terms of programming. So these two things you need to find answers. So here the objectives of the session is to explain the thread control methods in Java, like sleep method, join method and yield method. Three methods are there. And to also to understand the thread priorities and scheduling, and to implement the thread control using Java programs, and also to relay these kind of concepts to in a real world multitasking system. So here the diagram, you can see that how the processor it is carrying out the various scheduling, like first come first serve scheduling and time slicing scheduling and preemptive priority scheduling. So the thread it maintains a priority, and there could be multiple threads, and each thread has its own priority, like low priority, high priority, like such kind of priorities. And you can see that the problem statement here, it is we take a person of an employee of Priya, like Priya, she's a Java developer building the simulation applications, and she finds the problem of threads is getting lagging or terminate the program unpredictably. So she is very clueless, and what has to be done, the solution, how the solution can be provided to have a better control and priority of managing such kind of threats. So here the design thinking approach of handling the thread is to have an empathize on the situation of real-time task, like when you play a media player or when you're downloading a file. Okay, then you could see how the multiple files are being downloaded, and when you switch media players for playing a particular video, how this multitasking is being carried out. You have to observe that, and then you can find a definition of how the thread's execution is taken place. So here the chart it explains the thread initially it will be in the new state, then it will be meeting the runnable state. In case if it finds any blocks, it moves to block state, then it may again resume back to the running state. Finally, once the thread is executed successfully, then it meets the dead state. So this is the thread life cycle in Java, and you can see the start function, run function, stop function most commonly in every thread handling process. So sometimes it may switch from running state to runnable state through yield function also, right? And from block states, from running to block state, it may happen through the sleep function, wait function, or suspend function, or join function. Then again from block states it can resume through notify function or resume function. So these are the methods are implemented in the thread handling purpose. So here it is that particularly explained the specific thread control methods, like sleep, which is the pausing process of thread, and join, which is the waiting state for another thread, and yield, which is suggesting the CPU to switch, and is alive if it is a checking process whether the thread is active or not. So then let us take a code example of thread. Here you can see that there is a for loop which is used with the condition. Initially the value is 1 I, then it takes the condition I less than or equal to 3, which means 3 threads maximum it can be executed, or how the sleeping time interval it is mentioned 500. Okay, so look at that, there is two methods, start method and join method is only taken as a screenshot of this program, and here the method is explained in the table. The sleep is a temporary pass, it takes 1000 means sleep value, it is 1 second, and then join is the operation which is a resume operation before for the another thread it switches. Then yield is a scheduler task which is given the control to the other threads to take a chance. And finally, if the thread is still it is in execution, then it is alive function. So these are the four methods are used in the thread control priorities. So here the activities for your ideation, brainstorming. Let us take a role play. Students, you have to act like a threads, and you have to assign your own priorities like from 1 to 10, and 10 members can join in this thread handling role play task, and each has to perform a task and how you are switching your task between you, and observe who completes first. Then the thread priorities, here it is default priority, normal priority, and the other priority is like minimum and maximum. And the scheduler here, it is preemptive and operating system dependent. It helps control execution preference. You look at the diagram, we have max priority, minimum priority, and the normal priority. So all these three priorities are set with the values. And here is a code example. It's clearly mentioned for minimum priority it is 1, and the maximum priority it is 5, and the maximum priority is 10, and normal priority is 5. So you can see the demo how we set the priority like minimum, normal, and maximum in the Java code, and you can try out this code to see the output, how the thread is being controlled with the priorities. And the thread usage in real life applications, okay, it is used in robotics, it is used in web servers, okay, in another aspects it is also used in real-time systems, parallel processing, microservices. So, and the thread is having its own life cycle, and it has its own scheduling algorithm, it has its own controlling mechanism, and it is using the methods wait, notify, join, all these kind of methods. So here is the test phase. You need to evaluate yourself what is the role of join up method, and can two threads have same priority, and what if it's happening with sleep function whenever it is being invoked. Okay, so this is questions you have to try it out. And here there is one more assessment to have your group assignments. Share one real world system using thread prioritization, and you have to reflect on efficiency versus fairness in controlling the threads and priorities, and how does priority is influencing the app for application, I mean the mobile apps or web apps performance. So here the summary is given. We have discussed so far the thread lifecycle, thread scheduling, how the thread control methods are implemented, how the thread priorities has been assigned. So these are the things we have discussed so far. And final assessment, you can create a program, Java program, where one thread downloads the data in one of the thread, and another displays progress using the join method and set priority method. So you try out this particular example, and thank you. We'll continue in the next class.